Welcome back to Exofactory, and this video is episode 2. We have more resources together, and hopefully the AI will continue to provide us with more details of what we can and cannot build. So let's crack on with this, and let's go gaming.
Low power wire is what makes the electrons go round, at least the low power data and signaling electrons. Given that robotics are like 20% low power wire, it's nice to know I will have it at scale soon.
And we are back. I've gathered iron ore, copper ore, and brought them back to the ore itself, and made iron ingots, copper ingots, and change some of those into low power wire and some structural iron. Hopefully I've now got what I need to continue to build the machines necessary to produce the goods we read. Now, in preparation for further developments, I'm going to split the iron ingot production. Now, this is the first opportunity to use in the logistics a splitter storage. Rotate that. There we go. Put that in place. And these two outlets. Get some belts. Rotate that. Right. So as far as these splitters are concerned, let me just have a look at them. Right. So if I rotate that, right, you can see that the entry point is on the right hand side. Now, on the controls, we have M for flip building. Now, because what I'd like to do is flip the entry point to the left hand side. And no look there. So we are stuck with that being on the right hand side. Which is unfortunate. It means everything is going to be biased towards sending things to the right hand side. Let me get rid of that then. Get a straight belt. Put that in there. Get another splitter. And put that there. On this side, I'm going to leave that be the belt where we can grab iron ingots. This splitter storage, and I hope it's currently storing things now. Yes, it is. There we go, 16, 17. That's going to be an awful lot of storage, as I said before. That's 5, 10, 15, 16 times 32. I'd have to get a calculator to work that out. And what I need to do, in the same way as I did on the other splitter, is if we put a straightforward belt there, we will take those iron ingots out of there. We need to put them into a fabricator. Rotate that. Single input for the fabricator.
I now have a fabricator. This means I can automate the basics. Yay, less handcrafting.
And just to show what's coming out of this fabricator, go to logistics and the belts. Right, we have to put a couple of belts in there. See, oh, why didn't it work out? Because I've ended up putting one up there. That's interesting. Strangely placed, elevated, and partly embedded in that machine. This is the opportunity to test out the delete mode. See? There we are. And we have to hold the left key down. Right, move out of there and try that again. Which is to put that there and then put. Again, I'm out of structural iron. We do indeed need an awful lot of resources. So let's have a look. In there. And we grab those and bring them up. That was what I think. Yeah, nick even more. Again, what I'll do is I will jump forward in the video for you guys. It could be boring just to see me take those iron ingots over to the core to turn into structural iron. I'll see you in a moment. And I'm back. And a little quirk I found while gathering these resources and trying to sort them in the core. I turned the copper ore into 16 copper ingots, and I wanted to split that so that I would only use half of them to make the low power wire. So normally the way to do that is to right click. So right, copper ingots, right click, and it throws me out of the core. You go back in, no, copper ingots has not split. So if I drag that into my own inventory, can I split it in there? Right click again and it throws me out. But when you go back in, it has indeed split the copper ingots into two piles. So let's test this away from the core. So if I now go to Z and in my personal inventory, right click on the copper ingots and it throws me out. Z, go back in and it split it. So that's a little quirk the developer needs to look at. Let's go back in here because I was actually going to use those 8 copper ingots to make low power wire. So we'll just quickly make those and add them to my inventory, and then we'll go back and look at completing some of the construction I was doing over here. And the first of that was to, because there is, as a part of this device,
like the furnace, I can configure what is made by selecting the production mode tab.
She jumped in there, I wasn't expecting that. So we're going to make structural iron in this one. So we choose that. And the machine's pumping away. And there you go, we are now making structural iron. So I need a splitter storage. Rotate with R, fit that on there, right click to get rid of that, grab a belt, and rotate, do fit on there, and that now indicates what's being stored in there. So a question regarding the development of this game is, will there be signage to place on or above a storage box? So above this one, a sign saying structured iron. One over this saying iron ingots. So that's the structured iron sorted out. And what else did it say? Oh, there were screws, wasn't there? Which I think the message he gave us, I was thinking, I've heard somewhere on YouTube that is possibly meant to be poking fun at the other big factory game, Satisfactory. Something to do with the manufacture of screws in Satisfactory. In the meantime, and try out a curved belt. There we go. Go back in a straight belt. Now, it's a bit twitchy. And then a curved belt again. On this one, now I think we can use the flip building, the M thing, and then rotate, and there we go. That brings that down to there. So we need a splitter merger. Don't need to split again, because so far the only items we appear to be able to make are the iron ingots, the structural iron, and then screws. So I'll put a fabricator on here. Let's have a look. Have I got enough parts for a fabricator? Oops, production fabricator. I do indeed. Rotate, and again, water there, and then get a belt. And ground and nuts up in there. Right. Ooh, it is twitchy, isn't it? So that can come out there. Oh, ended up putting one in the air anyway. And it's on concrete. Or is that Baz? There we go. Get out of there. Now we have to tell this machine what we're going to do. Production mode. Screws. There we go. We'll need to put another brake piece on the end. There we go. There we go. So that iron production, iron ore, into the furnace, producing iron ingots. The iron ingots are split. One route will take us to storage for iron ingots themselves. The other route will take it into a fabricator to make structural iron. And the third route brings it out here to go through a fabricator to make screws. Now what we need to do is automate the copper production. Let's go see what we can do. So, E. Extraction. Mining machine. There we go. We do have enough parts. So I need to rotate that. That's going in the right direction. Or is it? I wonder if we could turn that one C and do. I need it to pump directly at me. So E, mining machine. And a bit there, rotate. And again, and again. Nah, that's the nearest it's going to get, pointing towards the iron production. So we will put it there. And then we'll go to belt. And then we need production nickel furnace. splitter, match it up to the bolt, and place it. Try again. That looks too right. Area is occupied, doesn't it? Occupied. Oh, it was too close to the mining machine. Ah. There we go. Exit from there. Click on that. Tell it to produce not Z, that's coupling. And the same as the seal production, we will get a splitter, and I don't have enough structural line. So, we now go back to our production line over here. Yay! We have now got over here. We can just, oops, hang on, why am I stuck? I have a feeling. Oh look, controls on the left hand side, WASD. How do you jump over things? So if I wanted to jump over here, no, it's the shift key, isn't it? Have I just jumped on the belt? No jumping in there? No. Okay, I can't go across there. What else? W and shift, and now that can normally be speed up. Is it the up arrow key on the keyboard? Well, guess what, folks? I don't think you can jump in this game. So you would have to go around. That's not very good. Right. In the meantime, let's do some building. I need structural art. Back to our copper mine. So we need, that's the furnace. We need the splitter. Whoa, what was that doing? No, that's sensitive, isn't it? Hope this grass doesn't interfere with things. 26, we have one there, and we are going to split that. We're going to count out there. And then here we are going to go into production fabricator and building materials, that's good. Rotate. Put into place, right click, there, bring out belts, one there, and then let's put some storage on the end. Okay, because I'm out of low power one. So, lining it. Actually, this is wrong because I want to be consistent with the way I set up iron production. This just needs to be copper ingot. All I need to do is remove these belts and the fabricator. Over here. Do we need to split it a second time. That's interesting. There may well be other copper products at some point, won't there? So let's split it again. Oops.
I almost didn't get this one. The data was lost, but I recovered it. The sensor post is something that I can build now. I don't have enough data to reconstruct it fully, but I have the essence. Okay. The sensor post expands my mesh network greatly. Once I build it, I can move my virtual perspective into its sensing range even if there are no buildings to extend the sensor mesh.
Interesting. So, propagator furnace on the machine. Special sensor post. Right, okay, I'll do that after I've finished with this. So, copper ore into the furnace turns into copper ingots. Copper ingots are being stored in this container. If I get close enough to click on it, there we go. Yeah, copper, which is being supplied. Yeah, into another splitter, and then thinking about it, what does that fabricator make? It didn't make any of the copper items, does it? And only low power. Right, first one. So let's see if I can just make a couple one. Right, I've got no idea. Let's divide it. The other thing is that there is no way, in some games, you can hold the shift key and then click on an item and it will transfer from one storage into another storage. This game doesn't appear to have it. I'll transfer the component over manually like that, just dragging it. Right, low powered. I only need one, I think. Go in there. For those low power, might as well 7. That'll do. Okay. Back down there. And go liquid production. Ironing it. Fabricator. There are no other iron product for me to make in a fabricator. So in fact, I'll actually delete them. I'll just store copper at the moment. There's also zinc. Might as well do that before we look at that sensor array. So that was zinc. What's this? Oh, that's another iron ore. So let's build extraction, mine, and go. Where's that pointing? I think it needs to point the speed, which is over this way. So if I do place you quite seen that happen. Let's rotate you. Goes that way. And this comes this way. So that will mark zinc, which we can put into the furnace. As far as I know, the zinc ingots are the only thing we can construct out of zinc ore at the moment. We just put a straight melt in front, so I can see the item that's being produced. So put it there, and keep hitting that thing. Furnace, production mode. Let's see if the core perks up with some more information after we're producing zinc ingots. No? Right, so what do we need for this thing? 8 low power wire. Low power wire is fabricated. I did need a fabricator on the proper. My apologies. Over we go. Fabricator. Again, it's twitchy, isn't it? It is definitely twitchy. So C to delete. C. Okay, I need to be a bit closer. What's that? Oh, because you need to delete the belt, not the piece of rock beneath it. Okay. Leave it in there. One more belt there. And then tell this fabricator. There we go, mate. Production of power wire. That's it. And then this is going to need to go into a splitter storage unit. And it needs power wire, which we should now be able to get back. And we'll drop those up here. Rotate. It's up there. The bolt and then put it there. I can see it's being right. So need. Oops. Right, take those. So the cross set. And that worked too far from Exofactory. Not Exofactory. Too far from me. So where can I put it? There. We're not. No, it's too far from me, isn't it? The Exofactory that I'm using, that's what it's on about. Okay. So there's some basalt there. So let's see if we can extend this into that area build. Yeah, she's not hooked up with anything. Okay. Up we go. Let's go see what she says. expecting her to say something once I built the... That's right. Right, let's build another Exofactory. So I need 3 of those. 3 of those. Oh, galvanized. Now there was no recipe for that in the fabricator. Galvanized iron. Right, stop that. Big galvanized wires, iron and zinc. Right, put some iron in there, some zinc in there, and there we go.
Galvanized iron is nice to have. While it's not the toughest material I know of, it's the first I can start to feel safe with. I won't rust apart in a few years.
Good to know. In the meantime, stop producing that. And what we need, as I said, some structural iron, low power wire, and the galvan iron. No doubt the core will perk up with something once we've built this second Exofactory.
Okay, this should be something fun and new. With 2 exoframes, I should be able to do at least 1.25 times as much. Wait, why 1.25 times? Well, because I still only have a single point of focus. Why do I only have a single point of focus? I'm a mind running at the speed of light on the most advanced processors ever designed. This is something I need to investigate. If it's phenomenologically possible, I should be able to do better. I'll look into this. For now, I can use my exoframes as different limbs. I can explore or mine while my global focus lays elsewhere. Actually, I just realized something. I realized that I sort of wanted a second exoframe. It's emotionally nice. It's emotionally nice to realize that I wanted something, and then to have made it in this crazy situation. I want to set a goal for myself for once, for the first time ever actually. I want to build a generator. I know it's not really efficient, but sometimes efficiency isn't the point. The point is me.
Okay, so she wants to build a generator, but in the meantime we've got a second little Exofactory. And what does it say on the controls? Tab, switch, active Exofactory. So I assume, no matter where I am, this Exofactory, go over here, have a look over there, and then do what it would say, tab. And there we go. I'm in the other one now. And I can look at my little friend over there. You to exit global. You must remember from the early instructions, takes you out and about so you can get the bigger picture. But then go back into our little friend is. There we go. Now, under special in the build menu, we have a generator for which 32 baz cream, 1 galvanized iron, 16 structural iron, 16 low power. I have 32 screws, so we didn't need the screws in there. Right, okay. Let's go grab those. If I can remember. Right, close that. So, iron production over here. Looking. Now the screws need to go into a storage, don't they? Got that. Let's build one. Bit of storage. Rotate. There. That didn't. Why didn't it? Because I need need some structural iron and some low wire. Right. Oops. The structural iron is stored in this storage box there. I'm in a different Exofactory. That's why there's nothing in my inventory. Interesting. Must remember they're separate inventory. Right, so I've got that. I will need some of those. I still need to build a splitter storage, because everything needs to go into storage wherever possible. Logistic. Still need. There we go. Over here. Look at all those. I wish there was a quick way of transferring all of these things across. Back we go. Hopefully, I've now got everything I need for that. That's done. Right, so a bit close to that, isn't it? So I'll have to get around over there at some point. So, remind myself of what I need. Production special, generator, galvanized iron, and basket. So I do need to put over there, don't I? Yeah, let's mind this one, seems as though it's near to that sensor tower. Extraction, mining, and that will go there. And we'll just there's the machine. That's there. Into a furnace. You can see the direction. There we go. And touch that. But it's not. I need iron ingots, a couple. Again, because I'm in the other Exofactory. What happens if I swap over the tab? I've probably got enough stuff in there to finish that task. Where'd it go? Behind here. Go. And furnace. Still need. I need to nip over to the copper. We will get this built, don't worry. Now in place. Exit from there. Production mode. battery. So the generator, what have I got here? I need 36. And of course all the other stuff is in. What I'm going to do is I'll use the core as a staging point. What I need. Or do I? No. Just go. What I need. So the bass creature now is the sufficient quantity. No, it's not. It's just to check what quantity. Yeah. No, I need 32. Wouldn't take too long. Here we go. What else did I? Galvanized iron and galvanized iron I have to make in the core. And so, no, there is no recipe for galvanized iron, so I can't make it. There we go. Galvanized iron, let's go back to the iron and zinc in there. Do I have enough zinc? That's the question. No, I need some more zinc, don't I? I need to put that in storage, but for now I'll just take it out. How many did we? Just one more. that generator. What have we got? We've got the input. It'll be power output, won't it? Let's build that then.
And with that building build, I have done something for myself. I am satisfied. For now. And with that, this demo has ended. Thank you for trying it out. You can continue to play, but unless you were quite unlucky, there will be no further events.
Alright, so that ends the demo. What is left is playing around with what we currently have. So things like I could complete putting Twitter storage on there. And we know that at some point we will need to merge or bring together in a fabricator the zinc ingots to go with the iron ingots to make the galvanized iron that she spoke of for building other machines. There's also, we could play around with the elevated conveyor belts. The merger storage, I don't suppose we need that until at some point where we need to merge items for other problems. So, there we go, I am going to leave it at that. This is an interesting game. One or two quirks. I found my positioning and placing a belt. Found that a little twitchy. Now whether that's me and my mouse sensitivity, I'm not sure. Certainly the quirk of inside the core when, or even now, oops, if I go to do the storage, if you want to split something, right click it and you get thrown out, then you go back in and the split has happened, but it shouldn't throw you out. So as far as I can see, that's about the only quirk, really. I'm looking forward to seeing what the developer will do with this game. So I will put it on my wish list on Steam and keep an eye out for any updates either to the demo or look for the full game. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit the like button, and if you'd like to see more videos, hit subscribe and click on the bell for notifications. And if you get the chance, have a go at this Exofactory Demo and see what you think of it. In the meantime, keep on gaming.